G'day and welcome back to Dark Solid Gaming and Willamina Forest. We are continuing on with our hardcore 24-day seasons challenge here on our map that is just full of trees. Well, not quite so bad now, but yes, anyway, that's what the go is. Right, so we are heading on down here. We've grabbed our little Joskin. We're just going to go do some tidying up around the roads actually, and tidy a bit of this up. We sold off, as you can see, we've got a fair bit of money in the bank now. So basically what has happened, and I'll bring up the map to show you, we've sold off a parcel of land to our local real estate. So this area in here, we've sold this off. So we sold this off for, I think we end up saying 750,000 for them to take this area. Now, we weren't planning on putting anything in here, so but the real estate developer and that came to us and said, well, look, we'd like to buy this little parcel of land. It's near the little couple of little shops and dealers you got here. We'd just like to sort of see what we can do. And I went, yeah, why not? I need a bit of cash injection. It's not going to hurt because we need to buy our combines and stuff. Not that we were short of, we had enough money to buy combines anyway. But we went, well, look, we're not going to use that land, so why not? So we've sold that off. So since then, there's been a bit of work in the area, but we haven't been able to get in there and have a good look around because they've blocked it off. But as we go through here, you'll see there's a new side road, and they've done a bit of excavating out of the side of the hill that's there and stuff like that. So I'm not sure exactly what they're going to put in there, but certainly it looks like they're doing some work. There is a new pop-up shop has arrived. They finished working on that. And that is now in place. Now I think this is basically for sales of general supplies like lime and fertilizer and stuff like that. Here's this new road, and as you can see, it goes off through there. You can actually see through to the lake, to the water, and but it's been blocked off with a couple of shipping containers there. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's going on in there. But they've been doing a lot of construction work. Here's our new shop. So this is all nicely decked out. Pretty hard to get around there with a big trailer, I think, but I believe you can get around the back and buy all your fertilizers and stuff like that. So whole pile of construction material there as well. So yeah, it's looking interesting. So I have to wait and see what happens in there. In the meantime, I've actually decided I'm not going to do the road. I'm just going to head on over here and have a look and see how we're going with the stripping out of all of our forestry up here. I also do want to check on the sheep, so we'll just pull in here and see how we're going for the sheep. We've got a little stump there we should grind out as well. Actually, I just noticed. All right. So here's our sheepies. Our sheepies are doing okay, seemingly, but we'll have to give them some water and just make sure. Oops, I've still got my camera mode on. We could go do a cheaty look actually. We could use the drone and go up and have a look. But we're not going to do that, so I'm just going to fix this up and we'll be right back. Okay, right, so now we're back. So let's fill the water up. So we've got our water going. Let's have a look and see exactly how the sheep are doing. Cleanliness, they're okay. Water, they're okay. Grass and hay, they're probably going to need a bit of grass at some stage soon. We're still not producing any wool, which is a bit of a worry, because we've got all merinos, but all 268 of them. 261, right? But anyway, so that's okay. We'll leave them be for now. Off we go. So what we have done is obviously we've the three newer fields up here, which we create. Speaking is not my forte today, obviously. We created three new fields up through here. They've been seeded and in their growth stage now, which is wonderful. So we just need a bit of good weather for them to continue on and start sprouting. As you can see, it hasn't started sprouting through here yet, but I'm sure that won't take too long at all. In the meantime, we've been very busy working through here, getting through a bit more forestry area to see what we can do in the way of another field. Or even put down some more paddocks for some animals, whether it be cows or pigs or some more sheep. I'm not 100% sure yet. But the land is a little bit, how would you say, rough. What I'm going to do though is I'm not going to use the Joskin, even though I've filled him up with a little bit of wood chips. I'm going to use the Elmer here. It's got a lot more capacity. Otherwise I'll just do 2-3 trees and then I'll have to go empty out the Joskin. So we'll just use this and we'll go from there. Alright, so what have we done? So we've cleared out all the way around down this side through here, and we've culled out some of the middle through there. Just sort of get an idea of what size area we can have. Now this is all within the bounds of the land we own. As you can see, I've cleared a fair bit out of here. Now remembering, all this area is just covered in forest. So we've had to come through here and remove all of our trees. And this is where the border comes in with the next ownership of land over yonder, over to the west and the north. So if I bring up the map, I'll show you exactly what I mean. So our lands here extend down through here and over to here back to the lake. So that's what we actually own. So what we've done is we've carved this area out through here and down to here, and we're now just clearing out the middle. Now some of this area in here might be a little bit too rough to actually put a farm on and farm it, or so field on, but we're only going to know that by doing it. So that's what we've done. Alright, so let's get in and we'll get rid of some more of these trees here. We should be able to clear this area out pretty quickly actually, and we'll get most of this stuff out of here. Alright, so let's do that. Let's get this clump out through here so we can start actually giving us dedicated zones. We can probably also then start actually looking at bringing the plough up. Well, actually the plough is fairly close by. We can start setting up our fields again. I don't know that we're going to have enough time now we're in early summer to do any planting. We could plant cover crop, I guess, depending on the timing. We'll probably put some oil radish in, and then that way we can get a nice boost of fertilizer when we plough that back in. But we'll have to just sort of see how things pan out once we've finished, because there's no point just doing a partial. But once I've taken these trees out here, we'll have a look at the planting schedule and we'll see exactly what we can do. Lovely views from up here though. Some of this this old growth forest in here is a bit dead. Some of the trees a little bit worse for wear. Strangled out a bit of sunlight or whatever else from competing trees, or hopefully it's not the soil with any problems, because if we had problems with the soil, that obviously won't bode well for our planting, although we're going to put plenty of extra nutrients and all that sort of stuff into the soil to make sure we can propagate some nice crops in the future. Alright, so we've cleared off that area, so we've got a nice big space there. That's even big enough there for a field on its own. And I mean, I could end up putting multiple fields in here. I had originally sort of thought maybe 2-3 fields in this area, as the mass of the Elmer has pushed us down further down the hill than we wanted. So yeah, there's certainly the options there to do more in relation to having some more smaller fields, but then I could just do one big field as well. So I haven't committed either way into that either. But of course, the other thing is we can do smaller fields, and then later on, if we feel that it's going to be beneficial to us to increase the size of the fields to bigger fields, we have that ability. My only concern is the cost possibly I'm going to have to incur to smooth out some of these ridges. Now, that's also not out of the question either, because we have the money there, so just rounding off some of the tops of these hills might actually be an option for us going forward. Alright, let's a fair bit of weight in this trail at the moment, going up this fairly steep area. So as you can see, it's not shallow, so it is quite a bit of work for the tractor and that to come up here. And I don't know what our combines are going to be like in getting through that. Well, I just said combines, didn't I? Oh, well, sort of let the cat out of the bag there a little bit, haven't I? All right, we'll get to that in a second. Right, so let's have a look and see what we can do with our seeding. Right, so if we were going to plough it and seed it, we'd have to do it straight away. So we could do oilseed radish. We could do a big grass field. That's another option. Which would get us plenty of supply of grass, I guess, for the future. And we'd also probably start producing digestate if we put a digestate or a grass dryer in there or something like that. So grass, poplar, and oilseed radish. I could also do poplar. I haven't done much poplar. That would then mean I'd need to buy a forage harvester as well. So, yeah, probably unlikely. All right, so let's have a bit of a look-see and see what the status of our fields are. So they're in the early growth stage, a little bit later growth stage. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to actually get to manage to plant anything in here. Let me have another look. It would have to be today's game day, because as of tomorrow, we are actually in summer, and we're not going to be able to do it. No, we're not. We're going to be in spring. No, what are we going to be in? Oh, what is it? Oh, I've lost it and I've just gone off the screen. Anyway, we'll be in autumn or fall. Anyway, actually, no, that doesn't match up either. If we're... Oh, no, we are. Here we are. No, we are in summer. Sorry, I was misinterpreting that as being... Right, so we're in summer. So we'll be heading off into midsummer. Right, now I've got it right. So yes, we won't be able to plant anything there. But hopefully our crops then won't be too far away either. But that gives us a lot more time to actually prep. So definitely it'll be a cover crop, whether it be grass, poplar, or something like that. We'll do something to do that. So anyway, let's take this load back now to the farm, because we've filled up the Elmer. Alright, we'll jump in cab for this trip back. One thing about the Xerion, has got a nice amount of power, so generally nothing too much is really worrying it, but I am worried about any other equipment we use and really taxing it too much. But anyway, we'll see how things pan out, and just may mean we need to make more money quickly and invest in some bigger and better machinery, which isn't really a problem as I get rid of the menu, because with doing all the forestry work, we've made a fair amount of money, and as you can see now, with that money we've gained from in fact, let's have a look. Can we see anything over there? No, can't seem to see anything happening over there. With the money we've made from selling off that little bit of land to the developers, certainly there's nothing visible over there. We've got a fairly good amount of cash behind us at the moment, so we can certainly look at upgrading, getting some new equipment if we want to. All right. Now, as I mentioned, combines. I did sort of let the cat out of the bag a little bit early there. Now, we obviously got our money in from the sale of the land, and at that point I think we had about $1 million in the bank at that stage. We'd just been paid for the latest lot of wood chips we'd sent off. So what we have done is we've actually ordered our combines. And yes, I said combines. So what I've done is I've ordered two separate combines. I've ordered a smaller combine, which we'll have to monitor that, because I'm not so sure the combine we've got has got the power and the capacity to deal with some of the terrain that we're going to be expecting it to do. So that is something we're going to have to observe. And then I've got another intermediate combine. I haven't bought a large one because I don't know if the large combine is going to work so well in this sort of hilly environment. So we've just got some smaller ones. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to go for a bit of a drive around to the shop, and we'll go and have a look and see what we've got waiting for us, because we've been advised they are sitting at the shop waiting for us, and we'll have to collect them later and bring them around here. The other thing I'm going to have to do, obviously, in doing that, is now at the combines, I'm going to have to build a shed for them to be stored in, because the combines are going to be a bit too big to take up to the farm and store on the top of the hill at the farm. So we're going to have to look at something there. I'm also going to have to consider my access to certain fields. So like for instance this field here, that's easy to access, not a problem. This field off here to our right, not a problem. The ones over the back of the farmhouse on top of the hill, they're a little bit more problematic, because we've got to go up through either the side lane or the dirt track we've built to go up, or this road up here up to the farmhouse. That one is the smoother of the two options. But nonetheless, to get up there, we can get to this one fairly easily, obviously from the road here, but we'll have to have a bit of a, well, as we've taken, right, that tree is obviously a nuisance, so we are going to get rid of that. We'll just randomly cut down trees we don't like. Right, he's no longer going to be a problem to us, and here we go. So here's our two combines sitting in the yard waiting for us. Let's go have a look and see what we've got. Alright. So our first combine is a old Forestry E516. Now it looks like this has been fully reconditioned, which is what we were promised it would be. And yeah, it looks like she'll do a good job. Now they haven't got a very high capacity, but we're not using it on huge fields. Pardon me. So that should be okay. And our next combine is a Massey Ferguson. We've got an Activa, the 7347S, with the Massey Ferguson header on there. So that's our two combines. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to transfer these to the farm with the headers on, so I'm going to have to get them some header trailers. So let's order them right now, shall we? Let's go in here. We'll go to the catalogue for the shop. Right, there's a Forestry. Yeah, it is that one. I want that one. I'm going to make it blue to match. Yes, going to buy that one. Back. Now, the other one is we have the Massey, and I just think we're going to need to get a standard. Do I need the 40? I think the 24 will probably be enough. Possibly. No, let's just go the 40 just to be sure. We'll paint that in a Massey Ferguson red. And we'll grab that. Okay. All right. So now we've got our two trailers for the headers, and all should be good there, ready to go. All right. Let's get back to work. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back, and we're going to get some more of those trees cut down, and that'll be the day for this episode. Now, I can also let you know that we have heard from Jimmy J. He has been in quarantine with the coronavirus. While he was in the Immigration Detention Centre, he contracted coronavirus, and he's been in isolation since he was told he could actually leave the detention centre. However, he's got a few more days yet before he can get out of his quarantine period. So, but we have heard from him. He is keen to come back, and we've got enough money now to pay him his $3 a day. So we've told him that once he's available to head on over and give us a hand when he can. So you'll hear the dulcet tones of our resident Kiwi sometime very soon. But we'll see how things pan out there. He may well find a better option and go to Bondi Beach or something. Anyway, all right, so we're going to come back down through here. There's a couple of trees here I should thin out as well, I think. I did notice that in doing building the shop and tidying up the roads through here, they did actually remove some of the trees on the side of the road as well. So that's quite good. But there's a couple more there we could probably get rid of, and that stump in the middle of the road. There's always a little bit more maintenance we can be doing. But all is well. probably should smooth that area out there too, that bump. It's a bit of a wild ride. We do want to come through and smooth out this road and the track, more so the track, especially up through here. That is our intention. So while we have got some money, we can get some contractors in and get them to smooth this out, make it more of an actual track or a road more so than just a dirt track like this. And we can continue developing our area over here nicely. Now, there's nothing to say also that I don't actually end up moving my farm. There is the option that we can move the farm to another area, like for instance over there near the sheep, where there's a lot more flat area. But more the farmhouse, I guess, more so than the farm itself. But I think for the moment where we are is quite okay. So, all right, let's a couple of trees here. We'll get rid of these guys. And the old Brooks and Daddy is a great piece of equipment. Obviously, it's not really doing the thing that we should be doing, I guess, in relation to chopping down the tree, cutting into logs and selling it all, then bringing a chipper. But to be honest, there is that much timber work to be done. This is a lot quicker, a lot easier, and it's going to save my sanity and enable me to actually do the series, because logging gives me the absolute irrits. I'll be blunt and to the point. It really does irritate me. So the chances of me doing that for a long period of time are very, very unlikely. Besides which, we don't have a sawmill anymore. We got rid of it. We destroyed it. We demolished it. It was a bit run down, a bit ratty. And besides, we're getting good enough money from just selling off the wood chips. So that is our modus operandi at the moment. All right. Now, I guess I also want to, over on this edge over here, see exactly how far down we can go. So I might start doing that now. We'll see if we should be able to virtually go to where the road is, or the track through here that separates the two pieces of land. I'm not so sure whether the boundary will be that clear. There's the track there. Well, let's let us do it. And we're full, but let's just clear out a couple of these. We're going to waste these wood chips. That's all right. It'll just be used as fertilization. Yeah, so it will allow us to do it. So we've got to come through here and clear a bit more of this out. So that's something else to do. So we'll come down here and clear this off along the track area there, and give us a little bit more land there to play with. We don't want to waste our land either. When we've paid good money for the land, we want to maximize the benefit we're going to have in utilizing that land. Prime real estate, really, isn't it, for a golf course? I mean, you could imagine a fairway running up through here, green at the top of the hill. Do not speak too loud, the developer might hear me and want to buy all my land. All right, so we're going to take this load back to the farm as well, or back to the sell point. And I think that's going to be pretty much, that's going to be the end of this episode. So not a lot done. We've got a few trees chopped down, but that's basically what we're at the moment. Now, we will be, in fact, I should have already done that. There we go. Time's back to where it should be. So yeah, we're just going to continue on. Hopefully, we'll get through the next couple of days relatively quickly. I'm not going to showcase all the chopping of the wood down. As you can see, we've done a fair bit off camera. That would be boring if I did 17 episodes in a row just of chopping trees down. So you'll just get a bit of sporadic stuff as we do different things around the farm. So what we'll do is I think we'll have to do some fertilization of some of our fields. So we'll have to get that done the next episode or two. So we'll have to have a look at that. And that's what I'll do after we finish this episode. I'll go and check out, see what we're going to do, and devise a plan for what we're going to do next. But until then, don't forget to come and check us out on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and come join us on Discord. All the links and the details for those are down below in the comments, and we'd love to have you come aboard and join us. We do have a fair bit of fun in Discord. We chat, we pull the mickey out of each other, but also pass on information about games we're all interested in and all that sort of stuff. But you can just get together, all that sort of stuff. We also are going to be on Twitch very soon. Our internet upgrade is on its way. And at which case we'll be able to start live streaming and doing a lot more in relation to getting some content out. Won't stop us from doing our pre-recorded stuff like this, but it takes a bit of the weight off and I don't have to try and get videos out every day of the week. I can rely on having a live stream once or twice a week at least. But we'll play that as it comes. But other than that, thanks so much for joining. I hope you liked the episode and you're liking this series. It is a very interesting and fun series. I didn't think I was going to have as much fun doing this from day one, and I've said that numerous times. However, I do hope you're enjoying it as well. And it's certainly a challenge. And we'll have to keep an eye on what these developers are going to do down here and see what they're going to put in and build. Maybe they'll just put in a big golf course and take my land. Maybe I could retire. Anyway, that's it from me. So please make sure, if you're not already a subscriber, you click that subscribe button as well. And if you do click that subscribe button, please make sure you press that alarm notification icon so you're made aware of when more videos are available on the channel. And of course, it goes without saying, no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, no matter where you're on the world, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And we'll see you again very, very soon back here at Dodgy Gaming and Willamina Forest. See you all later. Bye.